This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. For the second day, we're seeing plenty of rain moving through southern Wisconsin. Here's a time lapse from our Skycam earlier today showing that rain moving in.
Right now, as a result, temperatures are dropping as the showers are moving through. It's a little chilly outside.
Well, let's check your first warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, there is a sign that the showers will be coming to an end over the next few hours as the back edge of the precipitation has already moved into southwestern Wisconsin. You can see a visible cloud track. We had some sunshine this morning. That allowed the atmosphere to destabilize, so some showers and thunderstorms develop. Now it's mostly rain showers moving on through. You can see on Doppler track, there's really not even any lightning across our part of southern Wisconsin, other than maybe some thunderstorms over far eastern portions of Rock County. Actually, those have moved into Walworth County, so they're over by Lake Geneva. Some heavier showers moving through the Madison area right now. High temperature in Madison hit 81, as did areas to the east of town. To the west, temperatures stayed in the 70s, but you can see how far those temperatures have fallen since then. We've dropped to 60 with the rain going on here in Madison, some 50s up to the north, but where the rain has ended, temperatures are back in the mid-60s closer to the Mississippi River. Dew-point temperatures are still in the mid to upper 50s, but those will come down as the air dries out. So look for the rain to end by about mid-evening. Skies will clear out overnight. Temperatures will drop to the middle 50s by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow looks to be partly sunny, breezy, and mild with a high temperature of 76. There's a slight chance for an afternoon shower north of Madison. For the most part, we're looking at a dry and cooler weather trend as we head toward the weekend. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes.
Well, Gary, thank you. Right now, the City of Beloit Police Department asking the public to avoid the 2200 block of Burton Street. The department posted about an hour ago on Facebook that they are working on a call there, but they say there is no threat to the community. This is a developing story, and we'll have the latest at channel3000.com. A letter to a Monona business owner has now gone viral with thousands of shares and comments on Facebook.
The owner of Exhaust Pros, Jim Malcheski, received a letter from an anonymous group of Monona residents asking him to get rid of the homeless man staying behind his building. Our Jamie Perez shares what that letter said and how the business is responding. Jamie?
Well, the owner was actually too overwhelmed to speak with us on camera, but we did get a chance to speak with his daughter, who works very closely with the homeless community, and she wanted to take this opportunity to educate the people who wrote this letter.
Very disappointed to see that you've allowed residents in the Madison homeless community to take up residence in the area around your business. There are many organizations in Madison that support the homeless and should be contacted to assist the individual to find an alternative location. Until this situation changes, we will be unable to visit, support your business. We feel unsafe in the area of your business. Sincerely, multiple residents on Monona Drive.
This is part of the letter that Chrisanne Hopwood's dad received about the homeless man who stays behind his building.
They are still humans, and this letter to me tried to take that dignity away from them.
The letter has no name attached and no return address. It simply says this man doesn't belong here.
I wish that you would have had the courage to come forward and to talk to my dad, to talk to the other business owners, to express your concern instead of it coming to this.
Friends of the State Street family saw the letter and posted a message on its Facebook page saying that COVID-19 displaced many homeless people when everything shut down. People like the homeless man referenced in this letter are trying to find somewhere else where they can access resources. The vice president wrote, "We are disappointed reading this letter, not so much due to the lack of compassion, which is terrible, but more so because of the assumptions and lack of understanding this person has regarding our friends. And in a time where we see some pretty awful things happening around us due to assumptions and lack of understanding, we feel this letter is reckless and harmful." I wanted to speak to the man myself. I learned his name, Robert Limbach, and he ended up here after a series of bad luck.
Right now, this is the most logical place for me to be safest.
According to Margot Atkinson, who co-owns the neighboring business Momentum Art Tech, Bob doesn't bother anyone. He doesn't drink or do drugs. He's just looking for a safe spot, which he's found here.
You know, Bob is one of our friends. Unfortunately, he is homeless. He has run into a situation where he is now on the streets. He has not always been on the streets. Bob stays here, and he looks after everything for us. He makes sure that nobody messes with our murals.
For the record, Bob does know about the letter.
Just concerned that you were out here, but that's why we wanted to...
I'm concerned that I'm out here. I really am.
He said to whoever was behind the letter and feels scared.
Re-education. Yes.
In Monona, I'm Jamie Perez.
They're not scary. They're human.
News 3 Now.
And Hopwood said she hopes whoever wrote this letter will come forward, not to shame them, but to help educate and help them understand what life is like in Bob's shoes.
The Sun Prairie Police Department is continuing its search for the suspect of a shooting incident last month. Officials have identified the suspect as 37-year-old Totoxie Randall from Sun Prairie. Police say there was a disturbance outside the Rock Sports Bar and Grill May 27th. Officers say Randall is accused of firing shots outside the bar, then driving away. Several people were in the parking lot during that incident. No one was injured. Anyone with information about his whereabouts are asked to call the Sun Prairie Police Department. Mayor Madison apologizing today after a video she sent to the police department became public. In it, Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway addresses the camera in a message meant for the police department. She thanks them for their service to the community and says it must be infuriating to stand in full gear at protests while hearing insults about police and frightening to have rocks thrown at you. She doesn't mention what protesters or the black community have been or are going through. She told us today if she could do it again, she would add that, but stands by the rest of what she said.
You know, I understand that many in the black community are really disappointed in me right now. I'm sorry for that.
Tonight at 6, we'll share more from our interview with the mayor and why she says she is still committed to making changes.
A member of George Floyd's family and several other witnesses faced House legislators to discuss police tactics and reform. Filoni's Floyd joined several other witnesses to deliver powerful testimony to the House Judiciary Committee 1 day after he and his family buried his brother, George Floyd.
Our family, they just cry every day. And just ask why he pleaded for his life.
The hearing comes days after Democrats introduced their massive reform bill, the Justice in Policing Act. Senate Republicans are also working on their own proposals, as well as the White House. Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle vowed to work toward solutions, but Republican committee members also bashed calls by some protest groups and local officials to defund police departments.
In cities large and small, activists are planning demonstration in hopes of transforming police departments. Today, the Minneapolis police chief laid out a reform plan that includes withdrawing from police union contract negotiations. The mayor of Minneapolis also looking for reform.
The way you shift the culture is you get the right people into the jobs that have that mentality of compassion and care and respect for the dignity of every single human being. And you're able to get the individuals, the officers out that do not have that mentality.
The mayor does not support defunding the police there, and neither does President Trump. He tweeted today, many, like Minneapolis, want to close their police departments. Crazy.
The YMCA of Dane County announced it is cutting ties with the CrossFit organization. It comes after the former CEO of CrossFit, Greg Glassman, sparked outrage over his response to the current nationwide protests against racial injustice and police brutality. Glassman replied to a tweet calling racism and discrimination public health issues, saying they should be referred to as Floyd-19, a play on COVID-19. Glassman later apologized for those comments and stepped down from his position with CrossFit. Tonight at 6, we'll hear from the YMCA president and CEO, Mark Westover, on why they decided to cut their ties.
A Rock County School District is trying to clarify its plans to restructure its district lines after pushback from parents.
Adam Duxter spoke to a family today who would now have to send their children to school 7 miles away, despite living just 1 mile from the school where they are now.
Well, the families I spoke with today said they had no way of knowing this was going to happen until it did. But district officials say they're committed to finding a plan that works for everyone. Last night, the school district of Milton held a special listening session where parents spoke out against the plan to rezone. The changes would take several families who live north of Consolidated Elementary and send their kids to West Elementary, which is several miles away. The district says the goal is to help things run more efficiently. Still, those impacted say it doesn't make sense.
I was heartbroken and upset. I mean, my kids, like I said, they love going to school there. I didn't want to find out this way. We had no idea that this was even in the works with the school system. None of the parents did. It was just sprung on everyone last minute. And just were really upset and angry and hurt.
Superintendent Rich Dahman says he regrets not asking for community input before this decision was announced, but is listening to those impacted to see what the district can do. Dahman says he's hopeful the school board can come up with a final plan either by the end of this week or the start of the next. From there, it would go and be voted on at the next school board meeting on June 22nd. In the city of Milton, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
We'll hear from the Milton superintendent and why he says these changes will help the district, coming up tonight at 6. A federal judge in Wisconsin has declined a request by Republicans to dismiss a lawsuit brought by Democrats seeking changes in the law to make it easier to vote in the August state primary and November presidential elections. The Republican National Committee, the state Republican Party, and the GOP-controlled Wisconsin legislature asked for the lawsuit to be dismissed. But U.S. District Judge William Conley said the case should move ahead quickly so it can be resolved far ahead of the elections. He set a hearing for June 29th.
There are now a total of 21,705 positive cases of COVID-19 in Wisconsin, 336 new cases since yesterday. 10 more people have died due to complications, bringing the death toll to 673 in Wisconsin. 69% of all cases have fully recovered. The positive percentage of new COVID-19 tests has increased by nearly 1 percentage point to 2.8%. Although today's percentage has increased, DHS officials say the number has stayed below 3% since Friday.
Rock County health officials say that county is moving into the second phase of its reopening guidelines. Private gatherings and outdoor playgrounds can now have as many as 50 people while still maintaining physical distancing. Restaurants and bars, places of worship, and office spaces can now reopen at 50% capacity. Again, this is in Rock County. The county will not move into phase 3 until widespread protections, including a vaccine, are available.
A group of UW health experts are researching COVID toes in people around the state. COVID toes is a skin condition doctors believe is connected to coronavirus. Doctors around the country have seen a surge of red to purple bruise-like blisters and bumps on the feet of healthy teenagers and young adults. Doctors at UW who specialize in the immune system, inflammation, infectious diseases, along with dermatologists are all teaming up to do the research on it.
This collaboration with a study that's going to look at these patients in a very methodologic way so that we evaluate their blood serially over time to look to see if they've developed antibodies to the coronavirus infection, but also to see what's happening in their immune system.
Dr. Arkin says that most of the patients who have COVID toes don't show any other symptoms of the disease. The Lafayette County Fair is expected to go on despite COVID-19 concerns. The county board voted last night to approve it. While details are yet to be determined, officials say things may not be normal as in past years. The board is reportedly meeting next week to work out those details. Lafayette County Fair scheduled for July 15th to the 19th. Lafayette County has 36 confirmed cases of COVID-19.
The Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra has unveiled a new plan for its 2020 Concerts on the Square series. The first 4 concerts will be postponed and replaced with 2 drive-in performances at the Madison Mallards Duck Pond on June 24th and July 22nd. 115 vehicles will be allowed at each concert, which will feature rebroadcasts of the most popular Concerts on the Square performances. They're also planning for 2 live concerts at Breeze Stevens Field if playing outdoors is safe in the late summer. More details will be announced in July.
Mall of America back open. The doors have been shut since mid-March. Signs are placed around the mall encouraging social distancing, reduced seating, touchless hand sanitizer stations, plexiglass dividers at checkout areas. Some stores and restaurants will still be closed, and the mall also will not be open quite as many hours. That's so crews have time to clean things up every single night. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, the man accused of having the remains of a child in his backyard in Idaho is in court. We'll have the very latest. And coming up at 6, another Wisconsin Dells resort announces its plans to reopen. Well, the latest from Great Wolf Lodge and efforts to keep customers safe. That's at 6. Mixed midweek trading on Wall Street. The Dow takes a sizable hit for a second straight day, down 282 points. The Nasdaq adds more than 66.5. S&P 500 loses 17. We'll be right back.
Save big money on your next project with 11% off everything right now at Menards. Menards has what you need to start and finish your home improvement projects. Plus, you'll save 11% on all of it. Menards also offers contactless pickup. Order and pay for your items online and have one of our team members load your order into your vehicle with 0 contact. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Steinhafels is now open. Celebrate our grand reopening with amazing deals priced to sell out. We have the largest selection of furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices, like this Lazy Boy rocker recliner rock bottom price $299.99. This Chase sofa or queen bed each just $699.99. Power Theater sofa now $13.99. Plus, take an extra 10% off all in-stock patio. Plus, get free no-contact shipping. Hurry in to get amazing savings at Steinhafel's biggest grand reopening sale ever.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At SHOPKO Optical, your eyes are everything to us too. Which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're SHOPKO Optical. You'll see.
This isn't a small business opening. You already had one of those. It's a reopening. Take two. And just in time. Because right now, people need coffee that tastes like coffee. And hair that doesn't look like that. They need someone who knows where those numbers actually go. They need you and everything that made your business great from your first day one. Yeah, we've been knocked back on our heels, and it took a minute, but it still says florist, or repairs, or plumber over that door. And there are still customers who can't wait to walk through it. That light at the end of the tunnel, it's a workout that doesn't involve 2 bags of flour. It's a 20-foot-tall inflatable guy saying, come on by. It's you and your small business, turning your community and the country around. One appointment, one customer, one thank you at a time. Small business is coming back. And Spectrum Business is giving every new customer 1 free month of Spectrum Business services to make sure it does. We're here for you because you're here for all of us.
So you've probably noticed the murals popping up along State Street right now. The city says it wants to see all the businesses completely covered in art.
Find out how you can get involved regardless of your artistic ability. Thursday morning starting at 4:30.
News 3 Now kicks off its 2-night salute to the class of 2020 with a very special half hour, sharing unique and touching ways area schools are celebrating their graduates and retiring staff. Join us Friday at 6:30 on News 3 Now.
The husband of Lori Vallow, whose children have been missing for months, is now being held on $1 million bond. Police took Chad Daybell into custody after investigators found human remains at his home. Prosecutors say the remains are from a child. Daybell is charged with destroying evidence. 8-year-old Joshua J.J. Vallow and 17-year-old Tylee Ryan were last seen in September. Lori Vallow, the children's mother, was arrested in March after she and Daybell were found in Hawaii. She was extradited to Idaho and now faces felony charges of desertion and non-support of her children.
Heavy rain dumped more water on New Orleans than the pump system there could handle this morning, causing street flooding in several neighborhoods. 3 to 5 inches of rain fell in the already soggy New Orleans metro area over the course of just an hour or two. The ground already saturated from Tropical Storm Cristobal over the weekend.
And some heavy rain in parts of our viewing area today. Let's get a check on the forecast with Gary.
Yeah, the heavier rain that fell in 2 narrow bands compared to the more widespread rain that fell last night. Let's take a look at a flood advisory that is in effect until 6:15 p.m. for southeastern portions of Columbia County, northwestern portions of Dodge County, from about Columbus to just north and west of Beaver Dam. That area has seen a little bit heavier rain just over the last few hours. And you can see a band of heavier thunderstorms that basically tracked from southwestern Wisconsin right over Madison and then right into the northwestern portion of Dodge County. This area has seen 1 to 2 inches of rain, maybe a few places a little bit locally heavier than that. Farther out to the west, the rain was a little lighter, but there was a second band of heavier rain that passed over northern Grant County into southern Richland County. Around Muscoda, there was reports of water covering Highway 60 for a time. But as you can see, the 48-hour rainfall total, most of this has fallen today. Most of this fell last night, and you can see the really heavy rain was just out to the west. 3 to 5 inches of rain over much of eastern portions of Iowa into north central parts of Iowa and southeastern Minnesota. A general 1 to 2 inches of rain around that. But now the back edge of the final rain area is moving off to the east. You can see still a couple of thunderstorms over eastern Wisconsin. Severe weather threat into Michigan and moving away from us. And to the west, things have really started to dry out. In fact, the back edge of the rain just about approaching Richland Center and Platteville, and should be through most of southern Wisconsin by mid-evening. In the wake of the rain, the temperatures have really cooled off. 2 days ago, we had very warm but very dry conditions. Dew point temperatures around 50 with highs in the upper 80s. Yesterday, we made it into the mid-80s before the thunderstorms arrived, and you see those dew point temperatures moving up to around 70 degrees with all that tropical air moving up with the remnants of Cristobal. Now the rain is cooling us off. Those temperatures have dived. Dew point temperatures are still about the same as the temperature, so the air is pretty saturated. But over the next 48 hours, notice where our temperatures are. At night into the upper 40s and lower 50s, daytime high temperatures in the middle 70s, and those dew point temperatures back down to around 50. Very comfortable conditions. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for mild conditions with highs in the middle 30s for tomorrow and for Friday. Just a slight chance of a shower north of Madison tomorrow afternoon, and maybe a slight chance of a shower Friday afternoon. Weekend will be dry. Skies will be sunny, but temperatures only in the upper 60s for highs Saturday and lower 70s on Sunday. But the warm weather returns next week with middle to upper 80s starting on Tuesday and lasting through the end of the week. On Weather Track, the remnants of Cristobal have moved into Canada. This is the second part of the storm. It was kind of held up as Cristobal went by. But notice how clear the skies are out to the west. Large area of high pressure starting to move in. So once this weather system moves out, skies will start clearing later on tonight, and we should see generally pretty quiet conditions. As we look at current temperatures right now in the Midwest, right now the rain has held us down to 60 in Madison, but notice the sun has come out in La Crosse. Temperatures are back up to around 70. So actually, at least our western viewers may see our temperatures go up a few degrees once the rain ends. But compared to 24 hours ago, they're down about 15 to 20 degrees. So our forecast calls for a nicer day tomorrow. Partly sunny skies. It'll be breezy and mild. Just a slight chance for an afternoon shower north of Madison. High temperature at 76 degrees. Friday, a slight chance for an afternoon shower. High temperature at 75, otherwise partly sunny. And then dry weather for the weekend. Cool with highs upper 60s to lower 70s. But notice how those temperatures rebound next week. Mid-80s by midweek, upper 80s by the end of the week, with just some thunderstorm chances from Friday afternoon into Friday night and Saturday. As we take a look at first warn traffic, well, things are a little slow on the Beltline at times because of the rain, but this is the view at Park Street. Traffic's moving pretty steadily in both directions, just a little lower speed because of the wet pavement. Right now, we saw a few slowdowns, a little bit of a slowdown up around Monona Drive. Also, a couple of slowdowns on East Washington Avenue around Easttown Shopping Mall. Otherwise, travel time's pretty typical. 15 minutes either direction on the Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate. As we head out of Madison, 26 minutes down to Janesville on I-3990 from the Beltline southward. 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12 and 15 minutes out to Sun Prairie from downtown on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5. Sports are slowly coming back. We'll tell you about Major League Soccer's plans to start back up. That's ahead at 5.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The 17th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Celebrate this 4th of July knowing you look your best with Plexiderm. Lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me.
They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
Yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95. See it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Steinhafels is now open. Celebrate our grand reopening with amazing deals priced to sell out. We have the largest selection of furniture and mattresses at the guaranteed lowest prices, like this Lazy Boy rocker recliner rock bottom price $299.99. This Chase sofa or queen bed each just $699.99. Power theater sofa now $13.99. Plus take an extra 10% off all in-stock patio. Plus get free no-contact shipping. Hurry in to get amazing savings at Steinhafels' biggest grand reopening sale ever.
The 17th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
NASCAR has announced it is banning the Confederate flag at all racetracks. This comes after Bubba Wallace asked NASCAR to do so. Wallace, a 26-year-old native of Alabama, is the circuit's only black full-time driver. NASCAR says the Confederate flag, quote, runs contrary to our commitment to providing a welcoming and inclusive environment for all our fans, competitors, and our industry. NASCAR's next race is tonight at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia.
Major League Soccer is set to resume its season with a tournament starting July 8th in Florida. The league suspended play on March 12th after its teams had played just 2 games. The league's 26 teams will be divided into 6 groups for the opening round of the tournament, played without fans at ESPN's Wide World of Sports complex at Walt Disney World. Following the tournament, teams will resume the season in their home markets.
And stay with us. We'll have a final check of your firstborn forecast in just a moment.
Slumberland's huge clearance event. Massive markdowns all over. Closeouts, floor samples, one-of-a-kind items. Plus, get totally free doorstep shipping. Hurry into our huge clearance event and save. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Fry Construction is having a sale they've never done before for times we've never seen before, making it the perfect time for home repairs and improvements. With exclusive offers to save you money on roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and design services. All with 0 down, 0% interest, and no monthly payments for 6 months. Plus free virtual consultations from the comfort and safety of your own home. Or we will come see you following strict safety protocols. Visit fryconstruction.com for exclusive money-saving offers and contact us today.
Here's to all the farm and fleet dads, the ones who get the job done right, the ones who work hard and take pride in what they do, the ones who take the time to pass it on. Show your appreciation this Father's Day with a gift you know he'll love from his favorite store, Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Like this DeWalt Mechanics tool set, just $129.99. Yellow Jacket extension cords, only $34.99. And get $20 instant savings on DeWalt outdoor power tools.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
I do all my shoe shopping at Rogan's because I know that I find what I'm looking for and save. You can count on great service, a huge selection, the best name brands, and the second pair is half price. And one more thing, a choice in how you save. I can get my second pair half price now, or just save my receipt, come back anytime, and get my next pair for half price. Rogan's makes saving easy.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
Get more help with your laundry at the Laundry Cleanup
cleanup sale now at the Brothers Main. Save time and money with the latest in laundry from Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana with 0% financing for up to 18 months. Get even more help with free delivery on washer-dryer pairs and a risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee. That's why we're the More Store. It's the laundry cleanup sale with more selection, more savings, and more help with your laundry. Only at the Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
Slumberland's huge mattress clearance event. Crazy markdowns on all kinds of mattresses, like a Sealy Queen mattress as low as $149. Plus, overstocks, closeouts, floor samples. Hurry to Slumberland's clearance mattress event. Don't miss out.
Michael Jordan stole everybody's thunder. This was at a sports fishing tournament.
The former NBA superstar helped reel in a 442-pound marlin. Jordan and his crew were competing in a blue marlin tournament in North Carolina. The tournament featured a record purse of over $3.3 million. While the hefty haul was impressive, it wasn't enough, believe it or not, to nab the win, or at least 3 other boats had already scored marlins weighing over 450 pounds.
He just never wants to stop competing in something, does he?
Exactly.
Well, let's go to Gary. He's got a final check of our first warn forecast.
Still quite a bit of rain out there right now. You can see the rain showers moving through southern Wisconsin, but the back edge now approaching Lone Rock and Darlington and Dodgeville from the west. Flood advisory in effect until 6:15 p.m. for southeastern Columbia and northwestern Dodge County. Temperatures have dropped off to around 60 where it's raining, but those temperatures are rising out to the west where the rain has ended. Look for a high of 76 tomorrow, maybe a shower north of Madison, and warm conditions for much of next week.
And we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.